Hey everybody, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. So today I want to do something a little bit different. Today I'll be reacting to the Fragrantica, the 9th Fragrantica Community Awards, which is on the website, the Fragrantica website, probably the most popular perfume website online. And you can vote for different categories. And there's quite a few categories here, but the one that I want to focus on today is the best women's fragrance of 2025. So there's still some time to vote. For all of December, you can vote for your favorites. There's some other categories here too, like best men's fragrance, best unisex, best niche, and best dupe brand. I think that's a new category. I haven't seen that before. And yeah, there's so many categories that you can vote on. But today I want to react to the best women's fragrance of 2025. And I'll just share my thoughts on these fragrances that have been voted on for the favorites for women's fragrances. I will just talk about the top 10 though. So I'll start with 10 and then I will make my way to number 1. And just basically share my thoughts on the fragrance. And so before I begin, I want to share my scent of the day. Today I'm wearing something that I have not worn in a very, very long time, but it's one that I absolutely love. I have loved this for a long, long time. It was released a long time ago, 2011, and it's discontinued. But yeah, I wear this one on special occasions. Today is not a particularly special occasion for me, but I just felt like wearing this. It's like a kind of dark, gloomy, wet day out, and this scent I seem to want to wear when it's kind of like cold and chilly and dark. So it's called Incense Oud by Killian. One that isn't very popular even when it was still available. I don't think it was that popular in the community, but I love this. It's like one of my very few bottles of oud perfumes that I own. I don't own very many, but yeah, this is like one of my favorites. It is incense, of course, and oud, of course, but also there's some like spiciness in here too. It's kind of dark and mysterious and sexy. There's some rose in here too, and musk, and the whole vibe I get with this is just like boss lady, mysterious, dark, expensive, luxurious, and yeah, I think it's an amazing, amazing scent. And when I am in the mood for oud, which isn't very often nowadays, to be honest, this is one that I would reach for. So this is my scent of the day. Let me know your scent of the day down in the comments. All right, guys, so let's get back to this list. The best women's fragrance of 2025 as voted so far from Fragrantica members, I guess. So let's start with number 10. 6, 8, 10. Okay, so in the 10th spot, we have Black Opium Over Red by Yves Saint Laurent. Black Opium Over Red. It's been a while since I have smelled that or even thought about it. It's basically like a sweet, kind of more cherry forward version of Black Opium. I happen to like the original Black Opium and many of the flankers, so I'm not surprised that I like this scent. I just didn't really feel like I needed to own Black Opium Over Red because I am enjoying other versions of it right now. So cherry is also, of course, a very, very popular note. It has been for quite a while, so I'm not surprised that they came out with a cherry version of Black Opium. That said, I think it's a nice and pleasant and wearable scent, and if you're already a fan of Black Opium, then I wouldn't be surprised that you would enjoy this version. But at this point, you know, with flankers, there's a lot of similarities between them. For me personally, I don't feel the need to own every single flanker of any popular scent, even though I like the core DNA of the scent. But yeah, I think it's a nice and pleasant, sweet, wearable, mass appealing scent. Very easy to wear, and yeah, it's pretty, but that's number 10 as voted by the Fragrantica members. In the 9th spot, we have another flanker. It's from Diptyque, a flanker of Fleur de Peau, and this is the EDT version, Eau de Toilette. So, the original Fleur de Peau, I think, is absolutely stunning, you guys. I have smelled this version of Fleur de Peau just briefly in store. I was testing a whole bunch of other things that day, but from what I remember, it was also a very nice and pleasant scent. Very similar to the original Fleur de Peau, which I do have a travel size of. It's just a nice, soft, clean, powdery scent. Let's check what the notes are in here. Musky, floral, powdery, iris. Yeah, iris is like the main note in this one. There's also ambrette, pink pepper. So yeah, I really think that the Fleur de Peau is a beautiful scent. The original one, I will have to get more familiar with the EDT version, but the original one I really did enjoy, but I don't wear it often at all. It's not something that I reach for or even think about at all. But then again, with iris scents, it's a note in perfumes that isn't my favorite. There are a few that I have that I enjoy. My favorite iris scent is Dior Homme, easily. And I know that's marketed for men, but I think women can wear it too. It's very unisex. And yeah, that's my favorite iris scent. And there's also a scent that was released this year that's not on this top 10 list. It's the Ikebana Indigo from Kenzo Flower flanker. That one is a beautiful, sweet iris scent as well. But yeah, that's number 9. I think it's pretty. Again, I haven't tested it properly, but from what I remember, it's very nice scent and very similar to the original Fleur de Peau, the EDP version. Okay, so 10, 9, 8. We have something from a Middle Eastern scent, and I have talked about this in a video. It's called Lattafa Angham or Angham. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. So this one is similar to the Burberry Goddess, the original one. Burberry Goddess is a scent that I really like as well. A very sweet, soft, vanilla kind of scent. From what I remember from Angham, it was also quite similar to the Burberry Goddess. Not exactly the same, but then again with dupes, for the most part, I find them never to be really the same. Super popular, viral Middle Eastern scent. I have seen it for great prices online, and yeah, it is a nice alternative to the Burberry Goddess, which is a scent that kind of, for me, well, let's see here. Because with Burberry scents, let's say even 10 years ago, they had mostly like cheaper scents. A lot of the Burberry scents I would always see at the end caps, at Shoppers Drug Mart, or super cheap online at discount web shops. With Burberry Goddess, it feels like that's where things have changed. They turned to even a more luxurious brand, and also the prices of their perfumes also have increased as well. And I think Goddess is what kind of kickstarted them back into them being kind of seen as a more affordable designer perfume brand into something more expensive and more luxurious. But I could be wrong, but that's what I remember with the House of Burberry. I just always thought it was just, you know, something at the discounters that are very inexpensive. But nowadays they are charging a lot for Burberry Goddess and a lot of the Burberry Goddess flankers as well. So Angham from Lattafa is number 8, a nice alternative to Burberry Goddess. A very nice scent, very wearable, sweet, vanilla, very popular kind of scent profile right now. Okay, number 7, we have a Kayali scent. This one is called Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And so I have reviewed this one around the time when it was released. I think this is also a very nice scent, very mass appealing, sweet, fluffy, powdery, vanilla, marshmallow scent. It reminds me kind of like cotton candy, or the scent or the flavor of cotton candy in a marshmallow form. So kind of like squishy and kind of delicious and sweet, very powdery. Yeah, very likable scent. I don't own it myself. I'm not sure if it's one that I would reach for very often, but I think it's a nice scent. And there are also quite a few dupes out there now for this one. So that's number 7, Yum Bougie Marshmallow 81 from Kayali. In the 6th spot, we have another flanker. It's Angel Share Paradis by Killian. So of course it's a flanker of Angel Share, which is like one of my most favorite niche perfumes of all time. One of my most favorite Killians. I think I like the Angel Share more than the Incense Oud, but they're totally different scents. So Angel Share Paradis was not my cup of tea at all. I mean, it's a nice scent. I like the bottle too. I like that wooden cap as well, but I don't know, with Angel Share, I always see it as a scent that is already perfect. And when you have something that perfect of a scent like Angel Share, any changes that are made to it usually aren't better than the original. It's kind of like a scent that I see as if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So yeah, I just wasn't really impressed by this version of Angel Share. I thought I would be because they added some raspberry notes in it, so I was thinking maybe it would be like a more sweet, fruity raspberry jam version of Angel Share, but when I tried it, it just didn't live up to the expectations for me. So for me, I still prefer the original Angel Share. And they also came out with another version of Angel Share. It's Angel Share on the Rocks. And that one, also a very nice scent as well. Similar to Angel Share, but in my opinion, not better than the original. They added some strong lemon notes in there to make it a little bit more bright and citrusy and fresh. But for me, I didn't think it needed it. But that's just my personal opinion and personal taste. So number 6, Angel Share Paradis, didn't work for me at all. Also, I think it's more expensive than the original Angel Share. So that one's a pass for me. In the 5th spot, we have Byredo Bal d'Afrique, and it's another flanker. It's the Absolute version. So this one looks similar, but the bottle cap, they changed it. I'm not a fan of this kind of design of bottle cap. It looks kind of like a broken piece of black burnt wood. I don't know if that's going to show there. Yeah, but anyways, the Absolute version of Bal d'Afrique. I have tried this, and I prefer the original version of Bal d'Afrique. I really like the vetiver in Bal d'Afrique. I think it's beautiful. I love vetiver notes as well in perfumes, but the Bal d'Afrique Absolute just feels a little bit more creamy as well. Like there's just something about it that I just thought that it was just not necessary. I didn't need to have, for me personally, I didn't feel like it needed to be stronger than what it already was. I thought the Bal d'Afrique, the original one, is beautiful as is, and then this flanker, a more creamy version, maybe also some more sweetness as well, but I think the original one is the one that I would stick with. Okay, so that was number 5. In the 4th spot, we have Marc-Antoine Barrois, Tilia. So this one was kind of popular in the community for a while. I actually have a small little travel size of this one here. This is the only one that I have anything that I own in this list of the top 10 that I own something of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so Tilia was kind of popular in the community. This cute little travel size of it, or little mini with a little bow. I think it's really, really cute. Yeah, so this is a really nice scent. I like this one. That said though, let me just get a sniff here. Yeah, very, very pretty, creamy, sweet, floral scent. I'm imagining taking a big bouquet of white flowers and yellow flowers as well, and making them somehow into a creamy consistency, like a lotion. Adding some sweetness in there. This smells like super luxurious, something that I would want to wear for a more special occasion. Very elegant, sophisticated. I really, really like this one. That said though, I never wear this. It's just not one that I gravitate to. I think it smells wonderful, but yeah, I don't really crave this scent at all. But yeah, that's the number 4. That's in the number 4 spot, Tilia. I'm curious to see what the notes are in here. Okay, the main note is lime or linden blossom. And there's also jasmine sambac, broom, heliotrope, orange blossom, vetiver, ambrofix, and Georgie wood. I'm not familiar with this note, Georgie wood. So the main note is lime or linden blossom. So yeah, it's really, really pretty. I think it's maybe something I should make a point to wear. Yeah, when I'm in the mood for like a gorgeous, creamy, white, yellow floral scent. Maybe something for the springtime. There's this really nice green scent that I'm smelling in here too. But yeah, so that's Tilia by Marc-Antoine Berrois. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And then moving on to the third spot, super, super popular one here, Valea Exclusive from Parfums de Marly. So Valea Exclusive, I have tested as well. I'm not sure if well, actually, I think I did a video on this one way back when, earlier this year. And yeah, it's a nice scent as well, but also a scent that I don't crave. It's not like my favorite scent profile. It's a very soft, clean, sweet, musky, light, airy scent. Also very powdery as well. When I'm in the mood for that kind of profile, I would prefer the Narciso Rodriguez Pure Musk. That is the one, like one of my most favorite powdery scents ever. So of the two, I would reach for that one all the time. So I wouldn't feel the need to own this one since I already have fallen in love with the Pure Musk. Narciso Rodriguez for her Pure Musk. It is absolutely stunning. It's the one that comes in that kind of creamy, opaque, white bottle. But let's see some notes in here for Valea or Valaya Exclusive. This one has almond as a main note, powdery notes, white flowers, orange blossom, and vanilla, and some woody notes. So very, very pretty scent, very powdery, but not my favorite powdery scent. So that's the third spot. In the second spot, we have another super popular scent. It's the Shalimar L'Essence from Guerlain, and this was made for their 100th anniversary, I believe, for Shalimar. So Shalimar, I've said this many, many times, the original Shalimar is a scent that I have really struggled with for a long, long time, the original one. But I do love some of the flankers. My favorite is the Millésime Tonka, and I absolutely love the Shalimar Soufflé de Parfum, which is now discontinued. So this L'Essence version I thought was really nice as well. It did have that familiar Shalimar scent in it, but they have just made it, in my opinion, a lot more wearable. They have toned down everything. It's not as sharp or harsh or screechy as what I thought the original one was. It was just too overwhelming, the original one. Like, I just didn't feel comfortable wearing it. I have had moments where I kind of started to like it, but then I would go back to, yeah, this is not for me. But Shalimar L'Essence, a more wearable, in my opinion, version of the original Shalimar, and a very, very nice flanker. But still not my favorite flanker, but still a very nice one. So that was the number 2 perfume. And finally, number 1, we have an Amouage scent. It's Amouage Guidance 46. Okay, so apparently this is the number 1 perfume as voted from Fragrantica members as the number 1 best women's fragrance of 2025. And as I said earlier, there's still time to vote, but it looks like this one's going to be the winner with 2,722 upvotes for this being number 1. And then there's also some downvotes here, 1,466. So Amouage Guidance, I have made a video on. Let's just say that with Guidance, including the original Guidance, I think it's a very interesting scent. It's kind of those scents where if I were to smell it on someone else, and I have not smelled it anywhere out in public, but if I were to smell it on someone else, I would want to get in closer because it's kind of a interesting, intriguing scent that would make me curious, because it is just for me a very complex, unique, and different scent. Something that I have never smelled before, and I can't even compare it to any other scents either, because it is just so different and unique. So that being said, it is just a scent that is not for me, not my style, not my taste at all. So apparently it does suit many people, as it is the number 1 women's perfume of 2025. But for me, it's just, there's something about it. First of all, I find it to be too strong for my tastes. It is like extra super duper beast mode. You don't need a lot to you don't need to spray a lot for it to last the entire day, because I remember when I was testing both of these versions, actually, it was just one that it felt like it was filling the room. It was following me around. It was really attacking my nose. And I was just feeling just too much. It was too overwhelming, almost to the point where I felt like I was getting choked up a little bit. It was just too much. My tastes have been changing a lot with perfumes, where nowadays I am gravitating more for soft, freshy, closer to the skin, more polite, more subdued kind of scents. And Guidance 46 is definitely the opposite of that. This is big, bold, powerful, in your face. People will notice you. People will be interested, I think, too, because of how different it smells from any other perfume. So yeah, it does get points, bonus points for it being super unique. But again, for my personal taste, it doesn't fit. But I can understand why it's high in the rankings as number 1. So Guidance 46 is the number 1 perfume so far. I doubt it will change. So there's the rest of December that you can vote for this list. But yeah, those were my thoughts and reactions to the list of best women's perfumes of 2025 so far. I have my own list of my favorite releases of 2025. Of course, I haven't tried all of the perfumes that were released this year. Last time I checked, it was like 8,000 new perfumes for 2025 that have been released, according to the Parfumo.net database. Now I'm curious how many have been released this year so far. So just to bear with me for a moment. I'll take a look here. And oh my goodness. Now there's 9,380 new perfumes released so far in 2025. So of course we're now in December. Maybe that'll go up to like 9,500. It's a lot. But where was I going with this? Yeah. I have my own list of my favorites of 2025 from all different categories, cheapies, and some designer and niche. So in a separate video, I'll be sharing my thoughts on those and my opinions about that and my list, my top 10. So stay tuned for that. I would love to hear what you guys think about the list on Fragrantica. Do you agree for the most part of the top 10's best new women's perfumes of the year? Or do you disagree? Or which would be your number one? Let me know down there. I would love to read about that. And that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.